In this video, we're going to talk about the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1, Billy Chapman, as well as the Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, Ricky Chapman from NECA. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, I just want to thank you for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as the notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, various collectibles, video games, you name it. And today we are going to talk about the Silent Night, Deadly Night Parts 1 and Part 2 figures from NECA. It's the holiday season, and I thought it's a great time to finally unbox this Ricky Chapman figure I got and to maybe give a review of the Billy Chapman figure that I opened up way before I started reviewing this kind of stuff on our YouTube channel. So these were both purchased through Shout Factory, Scream Factory to be more precise, which is a division of Shout Factory. And they were bundled. I think you also got a poster in with it too, and I have those somewhere. You got the Blu-ray copy of the movie, so Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is part 1, Collector's Edition Blu-ray. He knows when you've been naughty. And got some good artwork actually on the front. I actually dig that artwork a lot. And on the back, just a synopsis of the movie, and then it lists the special features. So that's the Blu-ray, and it came obviously with the figure. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 Collector's Edition Blu-ray. The nightmare is about to begin again. Got some good artwork there as well. And then on the back, again, some photos from the movie. It's garbage day. If you've seen the movie, you know that line from the movie.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
And then a list, synopsis, and a list of the special features. If you're going to see one of these movies, I'd recommend only watching Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Not that it's a superior film by any stretch of the imagination, but the first 40 minutes of this movie is a synopsis of this movie. So, and this movie is only 88 minutes long. So you get all of pretty much Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 at the beginning, and then you get the remaining bits from Part 2. That's the DVDs. We've reviewed those movies on the podcast. Check us out. Search for the Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You'll find us. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 we reviewed last year. Actually, this one hasn't come out yet. It'll come out this holiday season, closer to Christmas. The figures, this one's already opened, so why don't we talk about the box for the Ricky Chapman figure. This is Billy Chapman. This is his younger brother, Ricky. Prayers won't save you in the silent part of this night. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. We got a window box kind of opening right here, showing the figure and then the various different accessories. We'll talk more about those when we open it up. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. The ornament with the gun. I think that was the VHS cover art, was something like that. And then on the back, we have a picture of the figure kind of posed. And it says, Ricky is all grown up and ready to follow in the footsteps of his older brother, serial killer Billy Chapman. All he needs are a knife, a gun, some jumper cables, a car antenna, and a Santa suit, of course. And those are all the various different ways that he kills people in the movie. Spoiler alert. So why don't we go ahead and open up the Ricky, and then we'll give a review of both of these figures. All right, I got the figure opened up, and before we get to talk about the figures themselves, let's talk about the accessories that come with old Ricky here. First thing first, we have an alternate hand. And this hand sculpt is a nice little hand sculpt for these 8-inch figures. Not as detailed as maybe like the Ultimate line of figures that have the alternate hands, but pretty good job with this. This is a hand to hold the gun. Speaking of guns, it does come with this revolver that you can see right there. And, it's kind of a cheesy looking revolver. You can see the handle. Let's see. You can see the handle right there is just kind of, these 8-inch line of figures don't have as much detail as maybe the Ultimate line of figures do. And you can definitely see that show up in the accessories, specifically this gun. But it's good enough for what it is. I mean, I didn't expect anything more than that. He also comes with his own axe. Much like his brother, he has an axe here. and it's doesn't have any blood on it like Billy's does. I mean, like I said, it's good enough for what this is. It's not really great in detail, but it does the job. This one I think is more highly detailed than this one is, but I probably won't be posing him with that because Ricky uses the gun, and Billy, I like him with the axe. Let's go ahead and talk about the figure. We'll talk about Ricky first, and then we'll go back to Billy. Before we talk about the detail, let's go ahead and go over the articulation. I'm going to remove his hat here. The head does move from side to side and up and down, kind of on this ball joint at the neck. We have a ball joint also in the shoulder, which causes the arm to move out and then back and forth like this. We have a joint here in the elbow, and then the hand can turn, and there's a little bit of movement in the hand, but just a little bit that moves it up and down. Does turn at the waist, and then we have the bend right there at the hips. The legs also have this ball joint which at the hips, which causes you to be able to move out and then back and forth. The knee, and then the feet can move from side to side at the hip, and then they move up and down. Now, we don't get peg holes on this one, so you either have to balance him, which he does balance pretty easily, or you get a figure stand like I have for Billy right here. I really like these figure stands that I pick up from Amazon. So for the 8-inch figures specifically, these work out really well. Let's talk about the detail of the Ricky figure here. Again, he does come with his Santa hat, which goes on just like that. This is a pretty good likeness, actually, of the actor. I think the likeness is better on the Billy figure rather than the Ricky figure, but that could just be because he has the beard and he doesn't. I don't know. This looks a little bit more cartoony to me, but the actor also looks more cartoony than the actor who played Billy. Watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So the detail in the face looks pretty good. I do like the hat. The hat has some good detail around the fur that is right there at the rim of the hat, and then the ball on the back. And this is just a molded plastic. Fits nicely right on his head. It has the same shape, so you'll know when you get it because it goes right there at the part. You can't put it any other way. The look on his face, he's crazy. His eyes are wide open. He's got those crazy eyes. That's what he looks like in the movie. So, what are you going to do? The Santa suit is okay. I think there's a little too much fur on it. The fur is really thick and kind of bushy, whereas on the Billy Chapman figure, it's more of this fine fur, but it's all right. You have that fur lining all the way around, and he's got his belt. And then down to his, and see, this is what I'm talking about, this more like fine fur down here, rather than this thick cut fur. I think that's what kind of bothers me the most about this suit. I don't know if bother is the right word. There's just something different about this figure versus this figure, and I can't quite put my hand on it. Maybe it's just the detail in the face. We'll put Ricky aside. Let's see if we can get him to stand. He was standing quite well earlier. There he goes. This is Billy. Let me take him off the stand here. So his hat also comes off. It's basically the same hat, same style of hat, maybe a little bit larger. But it's got that nice molded plastic right there, and it shows the little detail in the fur ball on the end and the edges right there. And it, too, just fits on one way, and you can kind of see it can't go on any other way because it's molded specifically for his hair. So we'll set that aside. Looking at the detail, the Billy Chapman figure, I mean, it's a good representation of the actor who played Billy. The head doesn't move much to the side because we have this molded hair, and it's the wig and beard that he's wearing towards the end of the movie. But and it goes all the way around, so it kind of gets blocked by the shoulders, but you do have a little bit of movement from side to side, and he does tilt back and forth. Good detail on the hair, just the fine lines and the everything. It gives it a little bit more life. Like I said, he does have the fur right here, but it's that more fine, shortcut fur. Underneath you can see he does also have a belt, and he's even got pockets on his. He's got gloves on, and he is holding this bloody axe that he uses to attack folks with, specifically folks sledding.
Oh, yeah!
If we set them next to each other, you can see that they are the same size figure. It's just one, I don't know, to me, this figure looks better than that figure. Maybe there's more detail in this figure. Again, maybe it's just because the beard versus the clean-shaven look on Ricky. I don't know. You tell me. Why don't you comment below and tell me which figure you like better. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the movies, but I do like the figures, and I do like the NECA figures, so I decided to get it. And, get the Blu-ray as well. Why don't I go ahead and pose Ricky, how I'm going to have him posed next to Billy, and we'll give a final review. All right, you can see how the two figures will look next to each other on my shelf. And pretty happy about that. If I had to give a review, which I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to, I would give the Billy figure 5 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. The Ricky figure, I'm going to give 4 out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. Just because there's something just a little off about this figure. I can't quite put my finger on it, but hopefully you can maybe confirm below with your comments on your thoughts on that. All in all, that equates to 4.5 total Pamela Voorhees heads for the two figures combined. If you liked this video, please click the like button below. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed and you feel so inclined, click both that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies. So please check us out by searching for The Swearwolves, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for The Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves. And when I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait and wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.